Today we have a shoulder health Pilates class. So these exercises are my non-negotiable shoulder health Pilates exercises. They are great to do daily, so if you can incorporate them into your routine, that's amazing. You can add it on top of another class in the app, or just do this and you will notice the difference in your shoulders. If you do have any shoulder injuries, please be mindful. The exercises should be okay for them, but if you do feel any pain, just stop. These exercises are great for joint stability, mobility, and just overall strengthening that area. We are going to work on specific shoulder exercises, but then also some exercises for our mid-back to help with posture as well. So you will need a long band, a theraband if you have one, and just your mat. And we're going to start in a 4-point kneeling position. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. From here, your neutral pelvis and spine, so the natural S-shaped curves are all in line. We're then going to slide our shoulder blades towards each other into a scapular press. And then separate the shoulder blades, pushing away from the mat, really pressing into our hands. Now what tends to happen here is that our spine kind of moves with our shoulders, and I want your spine to stay completely still. So keep it in that neutral, keep your head still as well, so no kind of dropping the chin. And we breathe in to slide the shoulder blades towards each other. And then breathe out, separate and push away from the mat. Breathing in, slide the shoulder blades towards each other. Breathing out, separate, press away from the mat. And again, breathing in, slide the shoulder blades towards each other. Breathing out, separate. Last two, breathe in, slide the shoulder blades towards each other. And then breathe out to separate. And then back to a neutral position. If you're okay on your wrists, you can stay here, but if you need a moment, you can just sit back onto your heels and give your wrists a circle. Now from here, we're going into threading the needle. So you want to find a position with your shoulders that's in between the two that we just kind of pass through. Okay, that's your kind of neutral scapular position. You are going to lift your right arm up to the ceiling and press that left hand into the floor, and you are trying to wrap around from the thoracic spine, so from the rib cage upwards. There's no movement into your pelvis. We breathe in, hold, expand into the ribs, and then breathe out, thread the needle through. Now from here, we bend the supporting elbow, and we only go as far as we can without letting the pelvis move. Breathe in to hold it down there, and then breathe out, open up to the ceiling, press into the mat, wrap around through the ribs, breathe in, breathe out, thread through. We're just going to do one more on this side. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, open back up to the ceiling, into hold, and out to thread the needle through. And then back to center, placing that hand down. Now the other side, your left arm lifts up to the ceiling. Wrap around from the ribs, breathe in. Breathe out, thread the needle through, going as far as you can without letting your pelvis move. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, open up to the ceiling. In to hold. And out to thread the needle through. Breathing in, breathing out, open up. And then one more, threading through. And drawing back to center, placing that hand back down. And then just shift back onto your heels, stretching your arms away from you. And just opening up into your mid-back. So I want you to just take a lateral breath into the sides and backs of the ribs. And then as you breathe out, press into the heel of the hands and try and sit your bottom back towards your heels. Deep breath in. and out. And again, deep breath in and out. Okay, now lying down onto your front, we're going to come into some mid-back work. To squeeze your legs and feet together and bring the arms by your sides with the palms facing up to the ceiling. Your shoulders are relaxed down to the mat, so they're almost kind of rounded forwards to begin with. We want to think about pressing the feet into the mat, the thighs into the mat, the tailbone being long, and really kind of drawing up through your center. From here, as you breathe out, you brush the nose forwards, you lengthen through the crown of the head. You push your chest forwards, you slide your shoulder blades towards each other, you float the arms off the mat and rotate the palms to face your thighs, reaching down to your feet. Take a breath in and then breathe out to lower. Breathing out, lifting up into your dart. Press the feet down. Lengthen your tailbone. Think more chest lifting rather than height. Breathe in, breathe out to lower. Breathing out, lifting up. In to hold, out to lower. Let's do 2 more. Breathing out to lift. In to hold, out to lower. Last time, breathing out to lift, in to hold, and out to lower. Now separate your legs and bring your elbows in line with your shoulders and hands in line with your elbows. Still focus on that tailbone being nice and long. And from here, we're just going into a cobra prep. So I want you to think about pressing your hands into the mat, brushing the nose forwards and just lifting up to the bottom of your ribs. Now at the same time, think almost about wrapping the shoulders around and down into your back. So you're kind of coming round and hugging your ribs. Breathe in at the top, breathe out to lower. Breathing out, floating up. In to hold, and out to lower. 3 more. Breathing out to lift, in to hold, out to lower. Last time. Lifting up, push your chest forwards, in to hold, and out to lower. Now from here, we're going into W, Y, and T arms. So your head stays down onto the mat and your arms stay where they are. Legs and feet can stay the same as well. Lengthen through your tailbone, thighs heavy. We breathe out to float just the arms off of the mat. I want you to think about sliding the shoulder blades towards each other. And then lowering the arms back down. Now when you lift, try and avoid kind of the elbows leading. We want to keep the hand and elbow in line and just float up. Try and keep them in line with your shoulders. Don't let them drop down. Breathe in to lower. Breathing out, float the arms up. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to lift. In to lower last time. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lower. Then we're reaching our arms forwards and coming into Y arms. So I want your thumbs to face up to the ceiling. Tailbone long again. Shoulders away from your ears. We breathe out. We lift our arms up. Breathe into lower. Now this one feels probably like the hardest one out of all of them. Now when you lift, think about the shoulders kind of reaching forwards, if that makes sense. So you're really trying to send the fingertips away from you. Breathe out to lift. In to lower. Last two. Breathe out to lift. In to lower. Last one. Breathe out to lift. And into lower. Taking your arms out to the side, thumbs up to the ceiling, arms in line with your shoulders. Tailbone long. We send the fingertips away from each other. We lift the arms up. Lowering down. Breathe out to lift. Keep your centering. Keep lengthening the tailbone. Thigh bones heavy. Think about drawing those shoulder blades towards each other. Breathe out to lift. In to lower. Out to lift. In to lower. Last two. Last one. And releasing off. Take your hands back by your ribs and push back onto your heels to rest position. Stretching those arms out away from you. If you want to, you can come into a shell stretch, arms by your sides, and just let those shoulders draw down towards your legs and the floor. So bringing yourselves to a standing position, and this time you need the band. Now, if you don't have a band, you can do this without the band. They still work perfectly fine. The band just adds extra resistance to really strengthen into the shoulder joint. So we're going to start with dumb waiters, elbows into your waist with the palms up to the ceiling. The further apart your hands are, the less tension through the band. The closer they are together, the more tension. So just pick a position on your band that feels comfortable for you. Think about your standing correctly position, so big toe, little toe and heel heavy, pulling up into the back of the legs and into our center. Moving from the tops of the shoulders. We breathe out to open. Breathe in to draw back. Breathe out to open. Breathe in to draw back. Now, if you can't feel much happening in your shoulders, bring your hands closer together. Breathing out, open. Think about moving from the tops of those shoulder blades. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Now, as we open our arms out, think about the ribs drawing down to your hips. 3 more. Last one. And then bring the arms by your sides. You want a little bit less tension on the band, so take your hands a little bit wider and bring the arms by your sides. Shoulders drawn down and really lengthening through your spine. We're coming into pole raises. So as we breathe out, we're going to slide the arms all the way up over our head. Bend our elbows, drawing them down as we breathe in, tapping the top of your forehead with your band and the shoulders, the elbows just in line with your shoulders. Reach the arms back up to the ceiling and bring the arms all the way back down. We'll do 6 of those. Float the arms up, slide the ribs down. Breathe in, bend. Breathe out, lengthen. Breathe in to lower. Float the arms up. Breathe in, bend. Breathe out, straighten. Breathe in to lower. I've already lost count, so let's just say 2 more. Bend the elbows, straighten and bend. Last one. Lift the arms up, bend the elbows, straighten and bend. Good. Now have a little bit less tension on the band this time. Shoulders down, lengthen your spine. We're coming into chest expansion. We breathe in, float the arms forwards. We breathe out, press the arms behind. The band comes around your thighs and we push the arms behind our body. Hold it there. We're going to look to the right. Back to center. Look to the left. Back to center. Bring the arms back up. If that felt too much, take your hands a little bit wider. push the arms back, grow tall, no popping the ribs forwards. We look to the left and back and to the right and back, floating the arms up. One more each way. Press the arms behind, grow tall, look to the right and back and to the left and back, lifting the arms up. Last one. Press behind, look to the left and back and to the right and back. Now lift the arms all the way up to the ceiling and circle the arms behind your body. Lift the arms back up as you breathe in, breathing out to lower. So I'm pulling on the band very gently, not too much. If that's too, when you're going through that, if you feel your elbows bending, you need to take your arms wider. Okay, we breathe out to lift. Breathe in, circle behind. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lower. Keep going. And this one is so good for shoulder mobility, for really just kind of opening into the front of the chest if you are tight there. I'm definitely much tighter through my chest. I almost think of it as oiling my joints as I do this one, because I can really feel the benefit. I can feel that it's really doing good for my shoulder joints. One more. And lowering down. Finish back on our hands and knees. Just do a cat stretch. So hands underneath your shoulders, again, knees underneath your hips. And we breathe out, flex the spine, find that even C shape. Now I want you to really think of switching off into the back of the neck. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out, tilt the pelvis and push your chest forwards at the same time. But when you push your chest forwards, think about those shoulders wrapping round. Tuck the pelvis under, flex the spine. Breathe in. Breathe out, tilt the pelvis, shoulders wrapping round, chest forwards. Last one, tucking under, flex into the spine. Breathe in. And then breathe out, tilt the pelvis and push the chest forwards. And back to neutral. Thank you for joining this shoulder health Pilates class. I hope you feel more open and just worked through that upper body. You might actually feel from the dumbwaiters, especially with the band, you might feel the shoulders a little bit tomorrow. So don't be scared if they do ache slightly. And I will see you on the mat again soon for more.